Have you ever asked yourself, why am I not visiting people as often as I used to? You are not alone, and you are not wrong. After the age of 70, something inside begins to shift. It is not about bitterness. It is not about giving up. It is about finally understanding what your time and energy are truly worth. In your younger years, visits may have been a habit, a polite expectation. You showed up, made conversation, and did what was expected. But now, those same visits feel different. They cost more, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And slowly, you begin to wonder, is it really worth it? For many seniors, the world gets quieter, but that quiet brings peace, not loneliness. And with that peace comes a deeper knowing. Not every invitation deserves a yes, and not every connection is meant to last forever. If you are watching this today, it is because deep inside, you have started to question those visits that leave you more tired than fulfilled. And here is the truth. You are not distancing yourself from others. You are finally drawing closer to yourself. In this video, we will explore 6 powerful reasons why many older adults naturally stop visiting others after 70. These reasons are not signs of decline. They are signs of emotional clarity, inner strength, and wisdom that comes only with age. So stay with us, because by the end, you may not only understand yourself better, you may also feel proud of the choices you are making now. 1. Emotional boundaries. After 70, one of the most significant realizations is that emotional energy is limited and deeply valuable. It becomes clear that you no longer have to invest that energy into relationships that do not nurture your spirit. It is no longer about meeting expectations or playing your part. It is about honoring how much space you have left in your heart and who truly earns a seat there. Conversations that once felt effortless now require more. Listening to endless complaints, sitting through arguments about politics, or feeling like you have to put on a mask just to get through dinner. It can all become emotionally exhausting. These visits may leave you not just tired, but spiritually drained. You are not becoming antisocial. You are becoming emotionally smart. This new stage of life invites a healthier perspective. You begin to see emotional boundaries as necessary, not rude. They are a form of emotional self-care, especially after years, maybe decades, of putting others first. You realize you no longer have to keep attending gatherings where you feel invisible, or listening to people who never truly hear you. Instead, you start preserving your time for those who make you feel alive, valued, and at peace. It is not selfishness, it is maturity. Think of emotional boundaries the way you would think of physical health. If you had a sprained ankle, you would rest it, not push it further. So why walk into conversations or relationships that injure your emotional well-being? Second time, revaluation. Time is no longer a casual commodity after 70. It becomes one of your most treasured assets. You begin to recognize that every hour, every moment has weight. And that weight is emotional. You do not have time to waste on anything that leaves you feeling empty. In earlier decades, you may have said yes to every gathering, every favor, every phone call. You felt you had all the time in the world. But now, you have developed a new sense of time, one that is sharper, wiser, and more purposeful. It is no longer about how many people you can please. It is about how much joy and peace you can feel in the time that remains. Lorraine, age 76, used to drive 3 hours each month to visit her cousin. The visits were fine, but not fulfilling. One day, she paused and asked, "What do I actually want to do with my time?" The answer was simple: sit quietly by the lake with her sketch pad. That one decision changed her emotional rhythm. She was no longer running out of habit, but flowing with purpose. This is what time revaluation looks like. It is about choosing people, places, and moments that truly feed your soul. Not every invitation deserves a yes, and not every tradition deserves to continue if it no longer serves your well-being. Your time is sacred. Spend it like it matters, because it does. 3. Emotional drain. Not every visit fills your heart. Some visits, in fact, slowly empty it. And that emotional emptiness builds over time, until one day you recognize it for what it is: emotional drain. As we age, our tolerance for surface-level conversations, unkind behavior, or dismissive attitudes begins to disappear. What once felt like normal socializing now feels like emotional labor. People may say, "You are not as social as you used to be." But the truth is, you are more honest now. You do not pretend to enjoy what does not serve you. You do not feel the need to justify your absence. And you certainly do not perform politeness at the cost of your peace. This is what emotional growth looks like. Psychologists call it emotional selectivity. It is the natural wisdom that comes with aging, choosing relationships that are deep, meaningful, and supportive, letting go of those that are draining, repetitive, or shallow. Harold, age 74, used to visit his extended family every Sunday. But week after week, no one asked about his life. They talked over him, showed off, and never truly connected. So Harold made a choice, not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom. He began spending Sundays with a close friend who valued quiet walks and real conversation. And that simple change made all the difference. You are not cold. You are clear. You are choosing connection over performance and peace over pretense. Physical energy, aging brings many lessons, and one of the clearest is this: your physical energy becomes a limited resource. What once took little effort now requires careful consideration. And even a small outing, a lunch, a short visit, a trip to someone's home, can feel like a marathon. Preparing, traveling, making conversation, and returning home, it all adds up. And the cost is no longer just a few hours. It may take an entire day or longer to recover. Your body speaks more clearly now, and what it says is simple: slow down. You start making decisions based not on guilt, but on what your body can genuinely handle. And when people say, "We miss you," your heart wants to respond, "I miss myself too, especially when I push too far." Barbara, age 78, loved her weekly coffee gatherings. But eventually, the walk from the car, the hard seating, the social buzz, it all became too much. She made the courageous choice to stop attending. Not because she stopped caring, but because she started listening to her body, her fatigue, and her need for rest. This is not giving up. It is wisdom in motion. It is saying, "I matter too," and protecting your well-being from silent wear and tear. 5. Emotional economy. You reach a point in life where your emotional energy becomes more valuable than ever. And just like with money, you start budgeting it wisely. You stop spending it on relationships that offer no return, no warmth, no respect, no connection. This is what we call emotional economy, and it is a sign of deep inner maturity. You no longer feel the need to chase approval. You no longer respond out of habit. You no longer tolerate people who dismiss, belittle, or use you. Instead, you invest your emotional attention where it matters: in kindness, in mutual respect, in relationships that bring joy, not stress. Walter, age 82, used to call his son every Sunday, but the conversations left him feeling smaller each time. No care, no curiosity, just criticism and distance. Walter finally asked himself, "Why do I keep showing up to be hurt?" So he stopped, and in that quiet space, he discovered a new friendship, with a neighbor who shared music, conversation, and laughter. That is what emotional economy looks like, moving your investments to where they grow, not where they drain. 6. Self-respect. Awakening. There is a moment in life, often after 70, when something awakens inside you. A gentle voice that says, "You do not need to explain yourself anymore." It is the beginning of self-respect, and once it arrives, it never leaves. You start choosing based on how you feel, not how others feel about you. You stop bending, shrinking, or silencing yourself to avoid conflict. You begin honoring your needs as much as you have honored others all your life. It is not arrogance, it is wisdom. It is saying, "My time matters, my health matters, my peace matters." Marilyn, age 76, was always the reliable one. She planned events, helped her children, and never said no. But one year, she chose not to host the family holiday. Her daughter protested, "Everyone is counting on you." Marilyn calmly replied, "This time, I am counting on me." That was not just a change in schedule, it was a change in mindset, a turning point from giving endlessly to finally giving back to herself. This is not pushing people away. It is showing them how to treat you by how you treat yourself. And those who love you will understand. And those who do not, they were never really seeing you in the first place. If you have reached a stage in life where you are visiting people less, choosing quiet mornings over busy gatherings, or protecting your peace over pleasing others, please know this: you are not withdrawing. You are awakening. You are stepping into the most authentic version of yourself. And that version is allowed to say no. It is allowed to rest. It is allowed to choose joy, comfort, and emotional safety. Not everyone will understand, and that is all right. Because this season is not about them, it is about you. We hope this video gave you comfort, clarity, and confidence. If any part of this message spoke to you, please share your thoughts in the comments below. What insight stood out most? What will you do differently starting today? And if you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more content that honors your journey. Here on Wisdom for Elders, we are building a community of strength, insight, and support for every stage of life. You have earned your peace. Let us help you protect it. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.